finding it?
It's great. The crowds are more excitable, I would say, than a lot of US crowds, you know, when they don't know us. I mean, when we tour on our own, of course, you know,
Yeah.
kids know us, but, you know, it's our first time over here, so we didn't really know what to expect, and so far people have been really, really fun, and they really know how to have fun at a show.
Yeah, and they already know the words to songs.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like, wait a minute, some of these people know it.
Yeah.
You've already said that, like, your fans over here are different, whereas do you find that you get a good reception?
In the US? Oh yeah, well we've only been in the US and Canada so far.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would say like the crowds here are comparable to like some of our favorite US cities.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
We love playing in like Austin and New York and Chicago and stuff. And there's a very like Chicago feel or Boston feel to a lot of these cities.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's good.
Probably was a lot colder here.
Not yet.
It's been great so far.
Really?
This is the coldest day we've had yet on tour.
Yeah, we've had like sunny days and all that. It's been good.
I was in Washington, D.C. the weekend before we flew out, and I was miserable cold, and I just kept telling myself, just get used to it, it's gonna be worse, it's gonna be worse. And then I came here, I'm like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
So it's been, we've been lucky.
We haven't even busted out like the heavy coats yet or anything.
I know.
It's cozy.
Strange.
Yeah.
So you toured the US with the Clicks and Hunter Valentine, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
How did Blood Suit compare to them?
Totally different dynamic.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
You know, like the Bowling for Soup tour, like they're genius like comedy show as well. You know, so the shows are very like very fun and open and loose, and like there's a lot of talking. And when we play with them, we become more talkative too. You know, like we become a more like talkative band. I think the Clicks and Hunter Valentine are more like, they're super sweet and they're awesome, but it's a different thing. It's like they're more straightforward and like focused.
Yeah, it's more like just a rock and roll
So
show.
it's a bit more laid back, isn't it? Blood Suit?
Yeah, like this is just a little bit more funny and silly. And
yeah, like, but like Hunter Valentine, like Kiyomi and Hunter Valentine is such a badass. She's just like,
oh my god,
like, she's awesome, man. It's cool.
It's kind of like more dude in your face, which is weird because they're ladies.
You know what? Hunter Valentine did some joking around.
Yeah.
They did, but it's more like, you know,
yeah,
it's more serious joking.
Right.
Like they just kind of like they power through it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. They're good.
You just released Little Messed Up. Is it doing better than you expected, or?
I think so. Yeah. We didn't really know what was going to happen because we've had so much time in between records.
Yeah.
You know, but it seemed like people, like we were afraid people were going to forget about our band.
Yeah.
You know, and that totally wasn't the case. And like, for some people, it's like their first time they heard us, and so it's nice to have a back catalog at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was good to have. I mean, we had all the fans that we added on for Because I'm Awesome that were already on board waiting for it. So right out of the gate, I mean, we already had that many more fans than the previous record, so it was good.
Yeah. Every record builds.
Yeah, so being on tour means you spend obviously quite a lot of time together in close quarters. Do you ever have many arguments?
Have what? Arguments?
I don't know. I mean,
not really.
I don't think like we have that sort of mindset. You know, we're not like looking for an argument. Like we've done this together long enough that it's just kind of like if there is a disagreement, it's usually like lasts as long as it needs to.
It's more like a family. Like I don't know if you have siblings, but if your sibling does something annoying, you kind of say like, "Hey, that was really annoying. Stop," and that's the end of it. You know, it doesn't have to linger and turn into anything.
When we find ourselves too hungry or too tired or too like something, though, sometimes like we'll argue about which direction we're going or which way it's going, and it'll just be a quick snap because we haven't had food yet, right?
But in the end, we know like, oh, Chris is hungry, so whatever.
Chris is always hungry. Just a rule of thumb.
This is like the 8th interview. And food in the interview.
Yeah, timing's been a little off on the food eating.
You've obviously signed to Jan Jet's record label. Was it scary approaching her? Or?
I was pretty terrified. I had met a couple people that I looked up to, and you know, when you meet somebody and you have these ideas of who they are and what they are to you, and you know, it's just kind of weird, and you hope that they live up to it. And she immediately made me feel like everything was okay and I wasn't crazy.
They
stalker.
You think of like Joan Jett, and you think of, I mean, she is tough and she is like a strong-minded woman, you know, but she's also mad cool. She's like the most chill, cool, like just easy to be around.
Or more nurturing, if that's the word I could use.
Sweet.
Yeah, she's like she's disarmingly nice.
Yeah. So I was afraid to hand her our CD. We were on Warped Tour. I carried it in my pocket for 5 weeks, and then the second to last day, I finally had to walk up to her. So I was like, well, what if we don't get to the next show? What if this is my last chance to ever give her a CD? And so I stumbled toward her and very awkwardly introduced myself. And she's like, oh, I like your band, you know, and talked to me. And I was like, oh, okay, everything's fine. She's awesome.
So which other celebrities have you like, kind of like been scared to speak to? Have you ever been starstruck by anybody?
And just it's weird because like celebrities that you would think that we would be scared to talk to, we aren't really because we're not that intimidated by it. But like, you know, I think it's harder to meet people if you really admire them, and they may not necessarily be that famous.
Yeah, it's
you know,
more personal level.
I was a little bit, I felt really stupid because I really wanted a picture with Billy Idol, and we were backstage at the show, and so I was like, Chris, I'm gonna go ask him if I take a picture. I'm gonna do this, even though it's like so dorky and fangirl. And so Chris was like, all right, go. So I'm standing there, Billy Idol's kind of like, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm really, really sorry. Can I have a picture? He's like, oh. And Chris is like, I'm sorry, it's a new phone, hold on a second. And he's like sitting there and he's doing this. And he's like, oh, I don't know what's going on,
I've been drinking a little.
The whole time Billy Idol's like, oh, and he's talking to the girl next to him and he's kind of getting tired of it, and slowly he's kind of slinking away.
Video.
And then Chris is like, oh, I'm sorry, it's on video. And it just didn't happen.
So there's an awkward 3 seconds of Kelly and Billy Idol like,
It's
and he's like, alright, I'm done. And he just leaves.
Yeah. But I don't know. I got really starstruck when I met Michael J. Fox, which is funny. Musicians, I feel like I don't feel that funny around because I understand what they do.
When did you meet him? That's awesome.
We met
him
long time ago.
just before we moved to LA. Even I think my uncle's godson worked on a TV show he was on or something. So I got to meet him. I cried a little bit. It was weird. I was like, what's wrong with me? What is this feeling? And then now that happens when some people say hi to me. I'm like, oh, you shouldn't feel that way.
Just nervous. I'm trying to think who I've been. I met Jerry Seinfeld one time. I was pretty intimidated by Jerry Seinfeld. Or just because I love that show so much, and he was like the nicest guy ever. But I was like,
I think we met when we met Drew Carey. It was kind of interesting. It was like the opposite situation because like
he was awesome.
We met him and like we had a CD with us and we were gonna hand because we don't care, we'll hand whoever a CD, right? We were gonna hand him a CD and he was like, oh, Dollyrots? He's like, you're shitting me. He's like, I love your band. And it turned out he had like
he's already a fan.
He had an underground garage. They have like satellite radio over here, like Sirius or XM.
No.
So people have shows on these satellite radio stations, and he had a show, and it turned out he had been playing us like on his show. So it totally turned it around. Like he was like asking for
can we
pictures.
take a picture? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so weird.
That was really cool.
And then he like invited us to come play on The Price is Right.
Yeah, but he did invite us to lunch after that because we finished it. He's like, come have lunch. We're going to have lunch.
Yeah.
That was cool.
But like sometimes, you know, you just introduce yourself to people. You never know.
Yeah. He's a fan of music, Drew Carey. He's just like he's a fan of a lot of things. He's a fan of music and sports and
football.
He's cool.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's a soccer fan. Soccer.
He's a part owner of one of the U.S. teams, the Seattle Sounders.
Yeah.
Your songs are increasingly popular in America. Do you reckon you'll get that look over in the UK?
I hope so.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah. Like we want to come back.
This is why we're here.
We wanna be able to come here. Like we like the idea of like having another place to go on tour during the year. You know, like come over once a year or whatever. It's kind of what Bowling for Soup does, and it's great because like touring the U.S. and North America is one thing, but I don't know, it's fun to tour, but you can't I mean, you can over tour, so it's nice to be able to spread out stuff.
Right, so we've never been to a Dollyrots gig before, obviously. What can we expect from you tonight?
We keep the energy up. There's 3 of us, so we have to kind of work twice as hard, you know, to make as much noise as bands that might have, but we just play hard, and
it's like a sugar rush, and then
and it's punk rock. I mean, it comes from a punk rock place, and the songs are very poppy. It probably doesn't sound as like poppy as the records do.
Yeah, it's
nor
a little
should
more
it.
rock and roll.
Yeah, it's a good. We got a good tough live show, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's honest.
Yeah. Maybe not as much drinking as normal because
we're on early.
they're like shorter sets.
Yeah.
That's also tough. You can only get so many beers down in 6 songs.
That's all the questions we got to ask.
Cool.
Just awesome. So thanks for the interview.
Yeah, thank you guys.
No worries. Great to meet you.